The playing of the national anthem. Once again, welcome back to Benton High School in Benton, Arkansas, where the Panthers will be doing battle tonight against the Yellow Jackets of Sheridan High School. And now we'll have the introduction of tonight's starting lineups. And now the starting lineups for the Sheridan Yellow Jackets. Steph Thomas, number 2, is starting at one guard. Also, Logan Ingram, number 4, at the other guard. And on the wings, Blake Morris, number 5. Tyler Cacciatore, wearing number 20, will be at the other forward. And in the middle will be Matthew White, number 23. Head coach for the Yellow Jackets, Coach Joe Scott, 14-6 on the season, 4-4 in 5A South. And now the starting lineups for the Benton Panthers. Ethan Hilkert being introduced, number 32. Jalen Rose, number 23, is one of the other starters. Here's Carson Cates, number 13, being introduced. The big guy, Sawyer Oates, number 3, being introduced. And rounding out the, I'm going to say the Maroon 5, Carl Ross. Let me bring in Reggie Hammond. Reggie, your thoughts on tonight's ball game?
Let's see if we can keep up that good shooting that we had down in Texarkana as well. These guys are hot right now, and they know the situation that they're in as well as far as standings go. Everybody's chasing Lakeside. Lakeside and Hot Springs.
Everybody's doing it. You know, we saw the game last earlier during the season, of course, against Lakeside. Like you say, we're into February now.
Mm-hmm. It's critical now.
Yeah, it's critical now. And both squads now coming on the hardwood. And jumping center, Tyler Cacciatore. And a little wardrobe saying, maybe I need to turn my back. Steph Thomas came out with a fresh jersey on. And Cacciatore will be jumping center against Jalen Reed. Reed, a 6'1 junior. Here's the tip, and it's going to be controlled by the Yellow Jackets. Here's a shot from well outside.
Steph Thomas hit that.
Steph Thomas on a three-point basket. Thomas shooting that. Maybe that was that jersey that did that. I don't know, you know. Here's Reed with the basketball. Now Sawyer Oates will come back to set up the offense. He's going to be picked up by Thomas. Carson Cates. Ross thinking he might try to make a move, but he decided to give it back to Reed. 3-0 our score. First basket being scored by Steph Thomas. There's a steal. White comes up with the steal, goes in for the shot and has it rejected, but there is a foul, and it looks as though it's going to go against Carson Cates.
That was a touch foul, if you ask me. He barely even got a finger on him, and they blew the whistle.
Matthew White. White, a senior, 5'11", 163 pounds for the Yellow Jackets. His first free throw shot is up and falls away, no good. Second attempt coming, and it's 1 out of 2 for White. Oates now bringing the ball up the floor for the Panthers. Panthers find themselves trailing 4-0 here early. And there is a stoppage of play, and we have a foul that's going to be called against Cacciatore. First team foul for the Yellow Jackets, both squads with foul apiece. Here's the drive inside the lane by Carson Cates. So one-handed runner by Carson Cates. That makes the score 4-2 now in favor of the Yellow Jackets. Here's Thomas. First quarter action. Nice to have you along on a Friday night for Panther basketball. Ingram off to Thomas. There's Morris. Morris has his shot blocked by Olsen. Here comes Carson Cates down with the basketball over to Sawyer Oates, and that was a beautiful block by Sawyer. Sawyer skied high to make that block.
Defense looking good right now for the Panthers. Let's see if they can get some offense going.
Look at the three by Sawyer Oates.
There's some offense.
5-4 now. Panthers with 1 point lead. Yellow Jackets basketball. There's Thomas guarded by Reed. Yellow Jackets trying to get it inside. Here's the kickback. Here's the long distance three by Ingram that's up, no good. There's a battle for the rebound. Ross will come out with it. Running up the floor, the pass to Oates. Look at the drive and a beautiful shot.
Sawyer Oates with the runner.
This might be a night where Sawyer gets that hot hand, and you know what happens when this guy gets a hot hand.
He can fill it up.
I'm going to call the name for you. He can wind up in another Pistol Pete Marish tonight. Thomas, a long distance three, and goes up no good. As again, here's Sawyer Oates with the basketball. Steph Thomas coming way out, trying to impede the progress of Sawyer. Hilkert, his shot is up and it's good. He feels it.
Ethan Hilkert.
There's a three, and we have a timeout. 10-4, score, 6 point lead for the Panthers. You're watching Benton Panthers basketball on Fidelity Local 6.
We're a little bit more of a close-knit community, so we have a lot of people in here, every shape and size. We have 14-year-olds up to 80-year-olds working out in here. We keep in contact with our members in a variety of ways, so that way we can try to hit everybody. We do use social media a lot. We try to post videos of our members. We try to post videos of members that have had great success. I would definitely recommend working with Fidelity. They have everything that you need. 3 words to describe, I would say efficient, friendly, and easy.
Ten to 4 our score. It is the Panthers by 6. Here's a running one-handed shot that's up by Cacciatore. It's no good. Panthers again quickly down the floor on offense. Hilkert, no-look pass, beautiful. No-look pass to McClendon. And again, we have a timeout being called by the Yellow Jackets, and we'll take a timeout. 12-4 our score. You're watching Benton Panthers basketball on Fidelity Local 6.
Enjoy all the fun and excitement that Lake of the Ozarks has to offer, all from your lakeside cabin at Lakeview Resort. Swimming, fishing, boating. Wrap up the day enjoying sunset around one of our fire pits. Then enjoy your fully furnished lakeside cabin. Lakeview Resort has everything you need to create memories to share for a lifetime. So what are you waiting for? Call or go to our website to make your reservations today.
Twelve to 4 our score. It is the Panthers out in front by 8 points here in the first quarter. 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Yellow Jackets trying to find some offense, but that defense so far of the Panthers has been stellar. And there's a foul as we have new players on the floor. Cates being called for the personal.
That's 2 for Carson.
Here's the inbound, and
McClendon's
Cacciatore coming down with the basketball, and he had to work for it.
Yes, he did. McClendon's not going to make it easy for him. Even though Cacciatore has a size advantage, he still has to work.
Seth Thomas. Thomas scored the first three-point basket here in the game, but so far this defense has regrouped for the Panthers, and it shut things down. Here's another three attempt, and there's a battle for the rebound, and players are going down on the floor as Oates went down on the floor, and
Also number 15, Hunter
Hunter Thrillkill, who's in the ball game now for the Yellow Jackets. He's called for that loose ball foul. Hilkert drives, and he has his shot blocked, but there's a foul that's going to be called on. Well, Ingram is going to be called for the personal foul. Logan Ingram, reaching foul, and that's going to send Ethan Hilkert to the free throw line.
Number 32, Ethan Hilkert.
12-4 our score. Panthers out in front by 8.
Checking in for Benton, number 31, Kelby Caffrey.
Sharius Adams now, number 10, is on the floor.
You know, Benton has a lot to prove in this game, too, because they lost to Sheridan in a game they felt they should have won. So they have a lot to prove in this game as well.
Shot by Hilkert is up, and both free throws are no good. As I mentioned earlier, Jarius Adams, number 10, is now on the floor for the Yellow Jackets, and there's just miscommunications as the ball will head out of bounds, and Blake Morris will now come back on the floor for the Yellow Jackets, replacing Thrillkill. Here's Oates with the basketball. Now Malik McClendon, Ross, and also in the game now, Hilkert scoring the basket.
Ethan just went up strong and just powered that ball in the bucket. He had two defenders on him, but he just wouldn't let them have their way. He had his own way in there.
10-point lead now for the Panthers. 14-4. There is a stoppage of play as there's a whistle being called.
Also number 24, Malik McClendon, his first.
McClendon is going to be called for his first personal.
Checking in for the Panthers, number 23, Jalen Reed.
Jalen Reed quickly comes back on the floor, replacing McClendon. Non-shooting foul as the Yellow Jackets will inbound underneath their own basket. And we have another
Also number 2, Carl Ross, his first.
whistle on the play. It's Carl Ross now is going to be tagged for the personal foul. 2 quick team fouls.
We're picking them up pretty quickly here.
Yes, they are. 14-4, 10-point lead as the Panthers have stretched their lead out. Both teams 4-4 in 5A South. It's Cacciatore. Ross comes up with the steal. Goes down, and that foul might go against Cacciatore.
Also number 20, Tyler Cacciatore, his second.
That's his second personal.
I don't see what was that, a push or was that just a knockdown or did he just fall? Either way it goes, it's a foul on Cacciatore, and that's that's one step closer to getting him out of the game.
There you go. Here's Sawyer Oates. Sawyer with a couple of big baskets early here in the ball game. Minute and about 10 seconds remaining here in the quarter. And there's a miscommunication. Ball is tipped, goes out of bounds, but it looks as though it's going to remain with the Panthers. It will be Panthers basketball as they will end down from the side. Here's Oates again. Guarded out front. now drives the perimeter as Matthew White was on him. Here's a drive inside the lane. The shot is up, and it's so good. The rebound comes off Thomas. Thomas, as I mentioned, Thomas started the game off with the three, and he's been silent since. Contribute that to some heads-up defense by the Panthers. Thomas drives, pull-up shot. It's up and it's good. This time he gets it to go down.
5 points now for Thomas. He leads the Yellow Jacket score.
14-6 our score. We're under 20 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Sawyer Oates looking for the final shot. Takes it in the lane, drives, puts up a shot, and there's going to be an offensive charge called against Sawyer. Sawyer went in that lane out of control, Rich.
He did, trying to make a move, trying to make a play. He had 2 defenders on him. Obviously, somebody else would have been open.
14-6. Here's the final shot at the buzzer. It's up and no good, and that's the way the first quarter will conclude. 14-6. It is the Panthers out in front. As we get ready for second quarter action, we'll take a break, and we'll have that action for you here in just a few seconds. You're watching Benton Panthers basketball on Fidelity Local 6.
Being local, being part of the town is what really sets us apart.
So it's just nice that we kind of take action.
And customer service really is asking questions and finding out what the customer's need is.
Thank you for being connected with Fidelity.
This whole company, like technicians, everybody that I've worked with, they go above and beyond to give a good customer experience, more than what any customer expects. And it's nice.
Be locally connected with Fidelity Communications.
At Midstate Transmission, we're more than just your everyday repair shop. We're an affordable, caring, and customer-focused business. We've been treating our customers like family for over 8 years. We're the experts in transmission repair and offer the best warranty in town. Here at Midstate Transmission and Auto Repair, we do more than just transmissions. We care about our customers and hope everyone leaves completely satisfied. Call us or drop by. We're just off Alcoa Road in Benton. Visit us online and like us on Facebook.
14-6 our score as we get ready to start play here in the second quarter. James Smith and Reggie Heyman. And Reggie, I tell you what, that first quarter, at first you thought that the Yellow Jackets was going to come out here on fire, but they quickly was shut down. The defensive play by the Panthers reared up, and they growled there in the first quarter.
That's what made the difference. You know, Sheridan came out and hit that quick three, and we thought, uh-oh, here we go. But Panthers clamped down and
yes,
actually started some offense of their own.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? Panther basketball. Glendon is back in the game for the Panthers. Here's Hilkert. There's Carl Ross.
I like their passes tonight.
Yeah, they look really nice, look really sharp. There's Ross outside, takes it inside, finds McClendon. McClendon goes up, power move by Malik McClendon. He scores his second basket of the ball game. Back to a 10-point lead. Go ahead, Rich.
That could have been easily a blocked shot, but McClendon stayed with it, stayed strong, and powered that ball in the bucket. Good job, Malik.
Wyatt Register, number 11, is in the ball game for the Yellow Jackets, and he'll have the basketball guarded by Hilkert. There's Carson Cates back on the floor as we start the second period. Here's Seth Thomas. Thomas takes it inside, kicks it back out. Cacciatore. Register with the basketball now. Here's a long distance shot by Cacciatore. They're going to call it a 2. 16-8. Our score now with 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go before halftime. Lake McClendon, look at the way the passing is for the Panthers. Beautiful shot. Sawyer Oates, but you got to say, Rich, The passing has been just
it's been crisp. They've been getting to the right man. The right man to put it in the
exactly.
hole.
Panthers have been working on that passing game, and there's a foul underneath as Ross is on the floor, and
Fouls on number 2, Carl Ross, his second foul.
well, they're going to say that Ross. They're going to. Well, it can't be. It can't be Ross.
Checking back in for Benton, number 23, Jalen Reed.
Jalen Reed.
Yeah.
No?
No. Well, because we still have the basketball.
Well, I guess it was on Carl Ross.
Well, I think it had to be on Steph Thomas. And we'll have a timeout being called now, 18-8, 10-point lead. Panthers still maintaining that big lead. You're watching Benton Panthers basketball. We'll be back in a moment right here on Fidelity Local 6.
Whether you're an elite gamer, a social media rock star, or a grandparent who wants to stay in touch with the grandkids, Fidelity is here to keep you connected. Getting premium high-speed internet from Fidelity means you get the bandwidth you're looking for and exceptional customer service from a local company that understands your needs, all at a great price. Check out our new pricing and speed packages today. Visit us online at fidelitycommunications.com to learn more.
Well, I guess we got everything figured out, right?
Yeah. There was a foul call.
Yeah.
And we both thought it was against Carl Ross, but they
Really?
changed it to Malik McClendon with the foul.
Okay, 18-8 our score. As I mentioned before our break, 10-point lead for the Panthers. And Red, to tell you what, it's been we talked about the passing of the Panthers tonight, and it's been razor sharp. When you look around the floor, how they've been doing. And defensively, they played well.
They have. Jimmy, if you saw the passes against Texas Capital, you'd be like, what are they doing? But it looks so much better tonight. I know they worked on that in practice. Coach Hendricks had to be drilling those guys to get it right, get it right, get it right. And they look a whole lot better tonight.
Here's Seth Thomas inbounding for the Yellow Jackets, and Adams off to Thomas. And Register went up, and loose ball foul against Wyatt Register.
Number 11, Mike Evans, his first.
Well, we're going to say now they're going to say that Evans is wearing number 11. Wow, Mike Evans.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, right. Okay, we'll do that then. Okay, all right. Register is out, and Mike Evans is in. Carson Cates now with the basketball. Here's Hilkert. Sawyer Olds. You know, you got to be impressed with the way we talked about the passing, but the senior leadership on this squad.
Oh, sure.
Very impressive. Carson Cates, his long three is no good, but look at the hustle by Hilkert.
That was some good hustle.
Ethan Hilkert.
Couldn't
control it. Right.
Jackets, number 15, Hunter Thrillkill.
Here's Thrillkill back in the ballgame for the Yellow Jackets. 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in the first half. Panthers maintaining their 10-point lead. Cacciatore. Here's a long shot from the corner, and the ball is up and it's no good. And Thomas reaching over Carson Cates and taps the ball out of bounds. Logan Ingram comes back in the ball game for the Yellow Jackets.
Matthew White checked in as well.
White is on the floor as well. We're under 5 minutes to play now as the play is slowed down just a fraction. McClendon inside. Look at the power move.
He will not be denied tonight. That's a good job.
Malik McClendon, 6 points here in the ball game. Panthers now holding on to a 12-point lead. Long three attempt that's up by Thomas, and it hits the top of the backboard, goes out of bounds, and Panthers again on offense, and the Panthers have just played a balanced game here in the first half. They really have. Sorry, Oates. You can tell somebody's happy. You saw Oates made I jumped up in the air. One of those Michael Jackson dance steps. Oates drives in and is going to be called for the charge.
That's 2 on Sawyer.
Offensive foul, number 3, Sawyer Oates, his 2nd foul.
All he has to do is drive and dish it off. And he can avoid those charges.
Steph Thomas bringing the ball up the floor for the Yellow Jackets. It's Matthew White off to Logan. There's Thomas, guarded by Carson Cates. Cacciatore inside. He's a wide body. Now he's back outside. Here's the long cross-court pass and the movement. Here's a drive baseline. The shot is up and Hilkert goes up strong, and he was in a fight with Thrill Kill. And it appears the possession arrow favors the Yellow Jackets, and again they'll have the basketball on offense. Here's Cacciatore, double team. Turnaround shot up, no good. Rebound is being tipped, and Thomas will come down with the basketball over to Thrill Kill. Here's Logan, back to Thomas. Ingram with the basketball off to Cacciatore. There's Ingram again as they move it around the perimeter.
They want Cacciatore in the middle as well.
Cacciatore having to play way outside, and there's a steal as good hands by McClendon. McClendon reaching in, swatting at that basketball. And it appears as though on the tie-up, the arrow is going to point towards the Panthers. So, again, good defensive play by the Panthers. Carl Ross is back on the floor replacing Jalen Reed. Good quality minutes by Reed. 12-point lead for the Panthers. Here's Cates. Oates, he'll take the three. It's up, and the ball stepped out of bounds as McClendon thought he might have been fouled as the officials waved it off.
Carson Cates hit the floor hard that time as well. He thought he may pick up a foul against Steph Thomas, but no whistle was blown.
Grant Schulnote comes in the ball game for the Panthers. He'll play down low. Here's a beautiful shot underneath by Ingram. Ingram scores the basket. That's his first basket of the ball game. 10-point lead now for the Panthers with 1:45 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Schulnote. All to McClendon. McClendon at the top of the key. The give and go to Sawyer Oates. There's Ross. Schulnote guarded by Thomas now. Sawyer Oates, he'll bring the ball out to the half-court mark and set up the offense as we're down now to about 75 seconds remaining here before halftime. Here's Hilkert. Again, the offense very patient here for the Panthers. Sawyer Oates guarded by Cacciatore. Cacciatore is getting a workout. Here's Ross. There's Cacciatore again on Ross. And look at the passing by the Panthers. We talked about it. And there was a whistle call, and it looks as though some steps were taken, and so
after all that, they turn it over.
Yellow Jackets will get it back. What were you going to say, Rich?
They had a good possession. They winding down on the clock.
Here's the steal by McClendon. Showtime. Malik McClendon. Beautiful steal. just laid it up off the backboard and scored the basket. McClendon, 8 points in the first half. Under 10 seconds remaining. Cacciatore to Thomas. Here's the shot. Up, no good. The follow-up by Thrill Kill, and there is a foul.
Foul on number 24, Malik McClendon.
McClendon is going to be called for the personal foul as that's going to send Hunter Thrill Kill to the free throw line. Looking for his first points here in the first half. 22-10 our score. And he misses both free throws as that concludes the first half of play, 22-10 our score. And before we take a break, Rich, let's talk a little bit about the first half play. Your thoughts.
Very good defensive effort by the Benton Panthers. We really thought Sheridan was going to show more on offense. They've come out and they've been just stymied by Benton's defense. And Benton's not, they're not giving up anything easy tonight. And Sheridan's got to fight their way back in the game.
You made a comment about the passing that you've seen an improvement on the passing tonight as well.
Very much so by Benton. Terrence County had a lot of steals against them on Tuesday night, and it's because of the sloppy passing and just being careless. Tonight, they're crisp, they're moving, they're getting the open man. The open man's getting the ball and shooting it and getting it in the hole. That's the difference between 22 and 10 points for the Sheridan letterback.
22-10 our score, and we're going to take a break as we are at halftime. It is the Panthers out in front by 12. You are watching Benton Panthers basketball on Fidelity Local 6.
Did you see that game? They came back to win. They've been on a run. They're going to state. At Fidelity Local 6, we love local sports. Get game DVDs or seasons on flash drive. Just go to FidelityLocal6.com, select your region, and find the Purchase a Season tab. If you can't find what you're looking for, hit us up on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll search our archives. As always, thanks for watching.
Now my daughter plays a recorder, and we have to video her and then post that to her teacher as part of her homework.
My kids have to have it. She's only in 4th grade. My other one's in high school, so of course she needs it. But
I have so many siblings, and my nephews and my mother are there, and I can't be there. We can FaceTime, and I get to see all of them, and we get to talk, and it just makes it that much better for my mom.
You have to have the internet. It's like a necessity.
Be connected with Fidelity Communications.
We did a whole lot of traveling together last year. Some across town, and some across the state. And every time you visited us to load up, you made a difference here at home. You invested in your communities. You proved you cared, providing to your neighbors in need. You helped put joy in our lives. We've lived through the toughest of times, and we've celebrated the happiest times. All because of you. Because you drive everything we do. Arkansans serving Arkansans. And here at Big Red Stores, we just want to say thank you.
Enjoy all the fun and excitement that Lake of the Ozarks has to offer, all from your lakeside cabin at Lakeview Resort. Swimming, fishing, boating. Wrap up the day enjoying sunset around one of our fire pits. Then enjoy your fully furnished lakeside cabin. Lakeview Resort has everything you need to create memories to share for a lifetime. So what are you waiting for? Call or go to our website to make your reservations today.
At Midstate Transmission, we're more than just your everyday repair shop. We're an affordable, caring, and customer-focused business. We've been treating our customers like family for over 8 years. We're the experts in transmission repair and offer the best warranty in town. Here at Midstate Transmission and Auto Repair, we do more than just transmissions. We care about our customers and hope everyone leaves completely satisfied. Call us or drop by. We're just off Alcoa Road in Benton. Visit us online and like us on Facebook.
22-10, our score at halftime, as we're just about ready for the start of the second half. I'm James Smith along with Reggie Heyman for Fidelity Local 6, and we take a look at the scoring. And for the Panthers, the leading scorer tonight in the first half has been Malik McClendon. Reg, I tell you what, Malik has really played strong underneath. I mean, his play, I can think about one play where he really used, you can tell he's been in the weight room, he really used his body underneath to power a basket in. So he's leading all scorers with 8 points. Also, Sawyer Oates in the first half with 7 points. And on the other side for the Yellow Jackets, Seth Thomas, the leading scorer, he has 5 points in the ball game. Second half action just about ready to get underway as the Yellow Jackets will have the basketball first. Yellow Jackets in their blue and gold uniforms, and of course the Panthers in their maroon and gray, as we call it, Reg, the Maroon 5.
The Maroon 5, I like that. I like that. Let's hope the Panthers can keep up this momentum in the second half.
First possession of the first half, and there's a foul that's going to be called against Ethan Hilkert. That's his first personal. As Thomas now will inbound underneath the basket at the Yellow Jackets end of the court. Again, we expect some fireworks here in this second half. Cacciatore tries to go up, can't get a shot to go down, and there's Carl Ross. Sawyer Oates guarded by Thomas, and here we go on offense. There's the weave. Ross with the basketball off to Jalen Reed. Look at the move by Oates inside. Turns, can't get a shot to fall. Yellow Jackets quickly down the floor as Matthew White off to Logan Ingram. Ingram's three-point attempt was no good, and here comes Sawyer Oates again down the floor with the basketball.
They were yelling for a backcourt there. Sawyer out.
Smart heads-up play by Sawyer. There's the screen that's going to be set by Jalen Reed. Carson Cates drives, and there's the foul. Cates going baseline, and he's going to be fouled. Looks like the foul's going to go against Matthew White. That's his first. Non-shooting foul as there's the give and go. Ethan Hilkert inside and one.
Fouls on number 4, Logan Ingram, his second foul.
Logan Ingram being called for his second foul, but wow, Ethan Hilkert muscling his way. Go ahead, Rich.
We were talking about how Malik McClendon was with it in the first half. Here comes Ethan in the second half doing the same thing with a power move under the basket.
Absolutely. Hilkert completes the three-point play. Lead is now up to 15 right now for the Panthers. Steph Thomas. Drew Kill is in the ball game, number 15. Here's a drive and a block off the shot of Logan Ingram. Ingram is going to be called for the personal as he reached in. His shot was no good, but then he reached in trying to come up with his own rebound, and he committed to foul.
That's 3 for him.
Jalen Reed off to Carl Ross. You can see the movement in the passing of the Panthers. We talked about it in the first half. Sharp passing tonight, and Carl Ross. Now here's Sawyer Oates. Oates again guarded by Steph Thomas, and there's Hilkert back to Oates. Ross going baseline, and there's a block along the baseline. We'll see if that foul's going to be called on. Ingram picks up his second foul, and he's going to hit to the bench. He's going to be replaced by Jarius Adams, number 10. Here's Carson Cates now with the inbound. Off to Hilkert. 25-10 our score. Hilkert makes a move, kicks it back out. Oh, as Sawyer Oates tried to 3 and couldn't get it to go down, as that was a pretty step back attempt by Sawyer. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Yellow Jackets basketball. Steph Thomas now bringing the ball up the floor. Here's Thrill Kill. Cacciatore, and they're going to call the foul on Ethan Hilkert. And Ethan is going to head to the bench, replaced by McClendon. But Ethan comes back in the game as Jalen Reed now will head to the sideline.
Jalen Reed's got to get on the board. He's the only starter who hadn't picked up any points tonight.
Well, I'm sure that, as you mentioned, that Coach Hendricks is probably going to remind Jalen of that.
He's got to step it up.
Here's the inbound pass. Seth Thomas again. Thomas scoring the first basket in the ball game. He's had a second basket, but that's been about it. He has 5 points in the ball game so far. Here's a drive inside. Cacciatore is going to be blocked on his way up.
That's going to be on McClendon.
And McClendon, as Red mentioned, going to be called for the foul as the foul Cacciatore on his way up. And Cacciatore comes in and scores the first free throw. 3 points in the ball game for Cacciatore. Tyler Cacciatore. Second one is up and it's good. 25-12. Lead down to 13 now. It's Carl Ross. Off to Sawyer Oates.
Got to be careful with them passes.
Long distance shot in the corner, no good, as Carson Cates couldn't connect on the three-point basket. Here's Cacciatore. He's double teamed in the corner, and what a beautiful save by McClendon. Here's the give and go. Oh, McClendon.
That was a pretty play.
McClendon on both ends of the court, saving that ball from going out of bounds, then hustling down and driving baseline and putting up a shot. It didn't go down, but he's at the free throw line.
That was a good move. Good defensive play down here on this end. And then to hustle his way down the court and get in position to try to score.
Here's Caffrey. Number 31 comes in the ball game for the Panthers. And McClendon gets 1 out of 2. Now back to a 14-point lead. Throw kill. Here's White. Takes it in, lays it off the glass and scores. Matthew White on the basket. Panthers quickly back down the floor. Sawyer Oates over to McClendon. As we mentioned, McClendon very active here in the second half. There's McClendon again inside. Now there's Carl Ross. McClendon going baseline, puts up a shot, no good. Drillkill comes down with the rebound. Kicks it out to Thomas. Thomas bringing the ball down the floor over to Cacciatore. Cacciatore is going to be double teamed in the corner, and he can't do anything with it, so he gets it back out to Seth Thomas.
That's that Panther defense, keeping them out of the middle, making them take those long shots. There's a long shot by Thomas.
Thomas air ball. Ethan Hilker down with the rebound. Off to Sawyer Oates. Where we're saying, Rich?
That's what good defense will do to you. Make you take those shots you don't want to take.
And there's a reach-in foul by Seth Thomas.
Foul's on number 2, Steph Thomas, his first.
That's Thomas's first. That's the 16th foul for the Yellow Jackets as Carson K. Back on the floor for the Panthers.
Hilker's just playing hard. And that was just a hard rebound, and unfortunately he got caught up.
2 minutes, 25 seconds remaining here in the quarter as Thomas goes around, goes baseline, now kicks it out. Cacciatore in the lane. He can't get anything done. Here's a long three attempt that goes off the rim by Adams, and it goes out of bounds. And the Panthers again will have the basketball as Adams couldn't get his three to connect. And again, this tenacious defense of the Panthers is creating havoc out here.
I am so proud of them tonight.
Yeah, they're creating havoc on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets just can't get settled offensively. There's a tip, and Mike Evans reached in, and Evans couldn't control the basketball for the Yellow Jackets. So the possession will remain in the hands of the Panthers as Cates will get the ball inside to Sawyer Oates. Here's Cates and Oates are going to play back and forth with each other. There's Sawyer. What a move. What a head fake by Sawyer Oates. There's Ross. Oates, look at the step back jumper. Oh, can't get it to go back as Sawyer did the step back move. 28-14 as Adams will bring the ball up the floor here. Now here's White, takes it in the lane and scores. Matthew White on the basket. He has 5 points in the ball game. Here's McClendon. Guarded by Adams, takes it in, kicks it back out. Here's Carson Cates. Under a minute to play. Oh, pass too tall for McClendon. Oh, Malik is sick about it.
55 seconds left to go in the third quarter. This is where we can't afford to get sloppy because Sheridan can get back in this game really, really quick.
Logan Henry, number 4, checks back in. Also, Blake Morris, number 5, is back on the floor now for the Yellow Jackets. Under a minute to play. 12-point lead at 28-16. Panthers out in front. Panthers have led just the majority of the ball game. Well, really, let's just say with the exception of the first basket by Seth Thomas, it's been all Panthers. Long three by Ingram. (28-19) now. 25 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Here's Cates to McClendon. Oh, there's a collision as Seth Thomas was trying to go for a steal.
That was good hustle by Thomas. He almost had that steal.
Came up with it, but lost it and lost his footing and control. And
unfortunately, he committed a foul.
Yes, he did. And that's going to send Sawyer Oates to the free throw line. Sawyer has 7 points. And there's a little house cleaning going on the floor. Little extra perspiration on the floor. Cautionary move, making sure that players are going to be safe. No one's going to slip and slide on that floor. First free throw shot by Sawyer Oates. It's in the air. It comes off. No good as the rebound came out to Blake Morris. And now here's Thomas. Under 10 seconds. Yellow Jackets going for a final shot. White couldn't get his shot up, and Thomas couldn't get it to go down at the buzzer. So that concludes the third period of play as we get ready for fourth quarter action. 28-19, our score. It is the Panthers out in front. We'll take a break, and we'll have fourth quarter action coming your way in just a few moments. You're watching Benton Panthers basketball on Fidelity Local 6.
We did a whole lot of traveling together last year. Some across town and some across the state. And every time you visited us to load up, you made a difference here at home. You invested in your communities. You proved you cared, providing to your neighbors in need. You helped put joy in our lives. We've lived through the toughest of times, and we've celebrated the happiest times. All because of you. Because you drive everything we do. Arkansans serving Arkansans. And here at Big Red Stores, we just want to say thank you.
To Benton High School as we get ready for the start of the fourth quarter. I'm James Smith along with Reggie Heyman, and this is the Fidelity Local 6 presentation of Benton High School Panther basketball. Here's Malik McClendon. Beautiful move inside as McClendon putting on a clinic tonight.
13 points for him so far.
Malik McClendon making the difference in the ball game. Matt White, his jumper up no good, and Jalen Reed clears the board. Here's the quick outlet to Sawyer Oates. And now the offense getting very deliberate for the Panthers. McClendon drives and he feels it, but he can't get it to go down. But he'll head back to the free throw line. Evans being called for the personal, and that's going to send Malik McClendon back to the free throw line, and it seems as though we've done nothing but call Malik's name here in the second half.
I know. Either at the line or driving to the hole.
First free throw shot a little bit too strong, gets the back of the iron. Here's Logan Ingram. He's back on the floor replacing Mike Evans for the Yellow Jackets. Beautiful follow through by McClendon. 31-19 our score.
Let's keep this lead, Benton. Let's be smart.
There's a foul. Looks as though that foul might go against. We'll see if that's going to go against Jalen Reed. Is going to be called for that personal. That reach-in foul as Ethan Hilkert will come back on the floor, replacing Lake McClendon, as McClendon is going to get some well-deserved restful minutes on the bench. And there's a foul again on, looks like Jalen Reed's going to be called again for another personal. That's his second.
Yep.
Jalen sort of confused at it.
He's been the muscle man, but he hadn't been leaning on people.
It's Matthew White with the basketball. Seth Thomas. There's Ingram. Here's a running drive and a running shot by Adams, and it's up and it's no good. His shot just coming off the side of the iron. And the Panthers again with the basketball on offense. Here's Reed over to Olsen. Look at the beautiful assist. Carl Ross.
His first bucket of the night.
Carl scores his first bucket, as Reggie said, but that was beautiful.
Beautiful play.
Beautiful play underneath. 33-19. We're at the 6-minute mark of regulation here in the fourth quarter. Matt White drives. His shot is up, no good, but the follow-up by Cacciatore. And Jalen Reed picks up his third foul.
That's three quick ones. He's happy in a minute ago.
Three quick ones by Jalen. You're absolutely right. And keeping up with that. Wow, it just, you know, when they say it rains, it pours.
Man.
But you got to give him credit because he's really being active underneath.
He really is.
Not like he's rocking in a rocking chair, you know?
And we need him underneath there.
Absolutely. Basket is up and it's good by Cacciatore. That makes the score 33-22 now. It's down to an 11-point lead. Here's Ross. Carson Cates is going to be fouled by Seth Thomas as Thomas went for a steal.
At the line for the Panthers for 1-and-1, number 13, Carson Cates.
Cates is going to be at the line shooting the 1-and-1. Logan Ingram is now coming on the floor for the Yellow Jackets, replacing Jarius Adams. First free throw shot is up by Carson. It's good. Carson with 3 points now in the ballgame.
Much needed free throws here.
Second free throw shot rims out. Almost a turnover as Blake Morris expecting Thomas to be in one place, and Thomas was in another room. Finally came up with it, and there's a beautiful block by Carl Ross. What a block by Ross. Matthew White retrieving that basketball before it went out of bounds. There's Ingram. Now Morris takes it in the paint, kicks it back out to Cacciatore. Cacciatore backs out. There's a double team in underneath, and this one goes out of bounds. We'll see if it was last touch this in by the Panthers. Last touched it, so the Yellow Jackets will maintain possession, and they'll take a timeout, and we'll take a timeout with 5 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in regulation. 34-22 our score. It is the Panthers out in front. You're watching Benton Panthers basketball on Fidelity Local 6.
We're a little bit more of a close-knit community, so we have a lot of people in here, every shape and size. We have 14-year-olds up to 80-year-olds working out in here. We keep in contact with our members in a variety of ways, so that way we can try to hit everybody. We do use social media a lot. We try to post videos of our members. We try to post videos of members that have had great success. I would definitely recommend working with Fidelity. They have everything that you need. 3 words to describe, I would say efficient, friendly, and easy.
34-22, it is the Panthers nursing a 12-point lead. I'm James Smith along with Reggie Heyman. And Reggie, I tell you what, this one has been from the first half. The Panthers have stayed steady with the defensive play, and I mean they've confused Yellow Jackets here in the second half. But I guess that's been the story of the entire ball game so far.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing because the last game that they played against each other, Sheridan kind of had their way. And Benton was determined to come out here tonight and make sure that didn't happen again. So they're playing excellent defense. The passes are crisp. Some shots are going down. If they could just hit those free throws, they could widen this margin. So we need to do a little bit better job of putting the ball in the hole when we get to go to the free throw line.
And what can you say about the play of Malik McClendon?
Oh, man, I love that kid.
Cacciatore taking the inbound pass, trying to go for a shot and a lob shot right, and he was fouled. And he'll head to the free throw line to try to sink a pair of free throws as Jalen Reed will come back in the ball game, replacing Malik McClendon for the Panthers.
I think that was Malik's fourth foul.
Cacciatore now with 5 points in the ball game. Second free throw shot, trying to cut the margin to 10. Head rims in and out, and there's Ethan Hilkert with the rebound, big rebound. There's one that's tipped. Rich, I thought you was going to come up with it. I got to tell these guys now, you retired now. You're not playing the game anymore. Okay?
I know. Don't throw it over here. Although I am in my range right now.
I know you are. I know you are. I know. You know what? I didn't want to say anything, but
I can make it from here.
I know you can. I know you can. You know what? I'm willing to stand by you on that. Here's the inbound from Carl Ross. Sorry, Oates. And there's Cacciatore is going to be called for the reach-in foul. Logan Ingram getting ready to come back on the floor, but before that, Sawyer Oates is going to see if he can't take care of a little business at the free throw line. And it hits the front of the rim, comes off, and
they're letting Logan Ingram come back in, even though he has 4 fouls. I guess they need his offense here.
Right. Also, Blake Morris. Yes, you're
left.
right. You're right. Blake Morris is also in the ball game as Oates gets 1 out of 2. He has 8 points now in the ball game. Under 5 minutes remaining here in regulation. Here's Morris. Morris will take the shot, and Cacciatore and one. Ethan Hilkert being called for the personal, but
that's 4 on Ethan.
Cacciatore makes it a 10-point game now with 4 minutes and 34 seconds to go, and he's at the free throw line to try to complete a 3-point play.
Get this game down into single digits.
Then we'll have an interesting game. And as Rich mentioned, Cacciatore makes it a 9-point margin. And Hilkert, this shot was tipped and it went out of bounds as he was trying to make a pass underneath, and the Panthers will maintain possession. Go ahead, Reg, and we'll have a timeout now being called by Coach Hendricks of the Panthers, and we'll take another timeout. 9-point lead at 35-26. It is Panthers maintaining their lead, and we'll come back with more action here in just a few moments as you're watching Benton Panther basketball on Fidelity Local 6.
Enjoy all the fun and excitement that Lake of the Ozarks has to offer, all from your lakeside cabin at Lakeview Resort. Swimming, fishing, boating. Wrap up the day enjoying sunset around one of our fire pits. Then enjoy your fully furnished lakeside cabin. Lakeview Resort has everything you need to create memories to share for a lifetime. So what are you waiting for? Call or go to our website to make your reservations today.
35-26, our score is the Panthers by 9. I'm James Smith along with Reggie Heyman, and Reggie, This one's going to be a nail biter as we get down to the final few minutes. Here's another turnover.
Turnover's hurt.
Thrill kill, look at the move inside, but can't get it to go down. Will make that catch. Torrey trying to go in, and what a beautiful move, but he just couldn't get the shot to go down. And it will be, you're going to say that it was last tip by the Panthers. Drive inside the lane by White. White turns around in the lane and scores the basket.
You can't wait till the fourth quarter to let them have easy baskets underneath.
7-point lead, and here's another turnover. And there is going to be an offensive charge called against Cacciatore. That's his fourth. Reg, you're getting a lot of fouls called on a lot of guys here late.
A lot of fouls, a lot of turnovers. We can't afford.
35-28. Sawyer Oates is going to be called for the over and back. Another turnover in Ridge. I mean, the turnovers, all of a sudden, the Panthers were playing turnover free, basically, and now they've picked up quite a few turnovers here.
They have.
In a few minutes.
Fourth quarter, but, you know, that's because of Sheridan. Sheridan's getting those passing lanes, and they're pressing them tighter than they did earlier in the game and not letting them have their will and their way.
The ball was kicked by Sawyer Oates, and the Yellow Jackets now will inbound from the side on their end of the floor. No look pass underneath. There is the presence again. Cacciatore scoring again. It's down to a 5-point lead now. Cates, he'll take the three. No good. The rebound coming off to Blake Morris. Here's Matthew White off to Thomas. 35-30. What was at one point a 15-point lead is now down to 5. Long three-point attempt up, no good as Oates comes down with the basketball. Beautiful running assist by Hilkert. Hilkert off the assist from McClendon. A big basket. And again, there is Cacciatore making his presence known underneath. Bringing it back to a 5-point lead again.
Come on, guys, be careful with that ball.
Hilkert, Carson Cates in the corner. Back out front to Oates as Coach Hendricks is going to try to drain some clock. Baseline move, beautiful by Carl Ross.
Good job, Carl Ross.
Carl Ross on the beautiful move. 39-32. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in regulation. Here's Thomas. We've got a barn burner going on.
Well, we knew it was going to come down to this. Both teams needing this win, wanting this win.
Thomas couldn't get his shot to go down and went above the rim and then committed to personal.
That's his fourth.
His fourth foul.
Cacciatore and Thomas both have 4 fouls. Actually, Cacciatore, Thomas, and Ingram
I tell you what, that's
fouls.
Critical if either one of those players to foul out.
I know. Hilkert and McClendon for Benton has 4 fouls as well.
Talk about big free throws. Carson Cates at the free throw line. These are huge free throws.
Come on, Carson.
Carson comes off too strong as it hits the back of the iron. Carson now trying to make it an 8-point lead. And Carson misses both free throws.
That might hurt him.
Minute 58 seconds remaining in regulation. Here's Matt White with the basketball. Ingram is going to be called for the offensive foul.
Checking in for the Panthers, number 31, Kelvin Caffrey.
Here's Caffrey back in the ball game for the Panthers. Caffrey wearing number 31. Here's the inbound from Hilkert off to Olds. Everybody's leaving everything on the floor. Look at the drive by Caffrey, and a beautiful drive, and he's going to be fouled, and let's see what that foul's going to go against. Thrill kill is going to be called for the personal foul. That's his second. Caffrey at the free throw line trying to make this a 9-point lead. Go ahead, Rick.
Jimmy, in the game against Texarkana, Caffrey had a block that if it hadn't hit the wall, that ball still would be sailing to Saline County. He got up high and just threw that ball out of there.
Really?
It was something to witness.
I bet. Second free throw is off to the side. It misses. 8-point lead. Panthers out in front. There is Cacciatore and one.
No reason whatsoever to foul him.
Caffrey reaching in. And Cacciatore trying to complete the end one. I got Cacciatore at 16 points in the ball game. Back to a 5-point lead. And here's another turnover.
And that's what they need. They need a timeout.
Caffrey couldn't come up with it, and quickly Coach Dexter Hendricks said, hey, wait a minute. Let's slow this thing down, guys. Let's take a timeout. Well, they're taking a timeout. We'll take a timeout. With 1:22 seconds remaining in regulation, you're watching Benton Panther basketball on Fidelity Local 6.
Being local, being part of the town is what really sets us apart.
So it's just nice that we kind of take action.
And customer service really is asking questions and finding out what the customer's need is.
Thank you for being connected with Fidelity.
This whole company, like technicians, everybody that I've worked with, they go above and beyond to give a good customer experience more than what any customer expects. And it's nice.
Be locally connected with Fidelity Communications.
40-35. 1:22 seconds remaining here in regulation. It is the Panthers and the Yellow Jackets doing battle tonight in Benton, Arkansas. And you're watching it right here on Fidelity Local 6. Cacciatore again underneath, but this time they're going to call the offensive foul against Cacciatore. They're going to call Cacciatore. They're going to, I think, Riggs, they called it.
Is that a
for
foul?
Traveling.
Travel. It's a turnover.
Looks as though they're going to call a travel on him. And we got about 68 seconds remaining here in regulation. There's the tip as Cacciatore came up with the steal, almost lost it back to the Panthers, but now here's the long distance three, no good. The ball's tipped in the air, and McClendon comes down with it. There's a quick foul by Logan Ingram.
And he's out. Logan's got 5.
Ingram fouls out with 47 seconds remaining. And you talk about big free throws. Carl Ross at the free throw line as Mike Evans, number 11, and Thomas comes back on the floor for the Yellow Jackets.
Well, you can see the fight in both these teams.
Yes, you can.
As the final seconds wind down.
Carl Ross just about as cool can be.
That's what we need. That's what we need.
Ross sinks the free throw. Now it's a 6-point game. Ross, nothing but the bottom of the net. Lead is now 7 with 40 seconds remaining here in regulation. Here's Thomas. And there is a push it. And we're going to see if they're going to call that against Sawyer Oates.
Yes, they are.
Fouls on number 3, Sawyer Oates.
That's his third.
That's his third as Mike Evans will head to the free throw line.
You know, in normal circumstances, we would think that Olson's having an off night, but McClendon's made up for it.
Yes, he has. Free throw's up, and it's good by Evans. Aaron Fenters, number 21, is now on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. And also on the floor, Seth Alexander. 2 free throws, and we have a timeout with 35 seconds remaining. 42-37 our score. Panthers out in front. You're watching Benton Panthers basketball on Fidelity Local 6.
At Midstate Transmission, we're more than just your everyday repair shop. We're an affordable, caring, and customer-focused business. We've been treating our customers like family for over 8 years. We're the experts in transmission repair and offer the best warranty in town. Here at Midstate Transmission and Auto Repair, we do more than just transmissions. We care about our customers and hope everyone leaves completely satisfied. Call us or drop by. We're just off Alcoa Road in Benton. Visit us online and like us on Facebook.
35 seconds remaining here in regulation. 42-37. Nobody said it was going to be easy,
No.
and it's been proven that. James Smith and Reggie Heyman here at Benton High School on Friday night. An exciting basketball game. Reggie, at one point, the Panthers looking at a 15-point lead, and all of a sudden in the second half, and we saw Malik McClendon coming on the second half, and he's really made the difference for the Panthers. But then the play underneath of Tyler Cacciatore, and Cacciatore came on fire, just really caught fire here in the fourth quarter, and now you've got the lead at 42-37. This one is not over yet. 5-point lead.
Not by a long shot. Glad we have the ball.
Yes. Here's Carl Ross, and Ross is going to be fouled by Thomas, and I think that's going to do it for Thomas.
Thomas is gone as well. I wouldn't want to have anybody else on the line right here but Carl Ross. He's hitting his free throws. And as soon as I say that, watch him miss.
Now, you can't jinx anybody, Reg. Come on now. You're not supposed to.
I know. As soon as I say that.
All right, I'll blame
Let's
it on
see
the.
what happens.
Let me blame it on the cold medication. Okay?
There you go.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You wouldn't talk like this.
I'm a little
if you
drowsy.
didn't.
Well,
You wouldn't-
everybody knows I lost my voice at the end of the game.
Yeah, well, you
Tuesday
see,
night.
this is what I'm trying to say. Nobody would say anything, okay, if you know what I mean? On the first shot by Carl Ross is up, and it's good.
I'm just glad to be able to speak.
Oh, yes. 1 out of 2.
And, of course.
6-point lead at 43-37. Clock's winding down. Under 30 seconds remain. Here's a deep three. It's no good. Air ball. Mike Evans shooting the air ball. Checking in, number 25, Seth Alexander getting ready to check in. He's checked in the ball game for the Yellow Jackets. Here's full court pressure, and there's a quick timeout now being called by Coach Hendricks of the Panthers. And let's take another quick timeout. You're watching Benton Panthers basketball with 22 seconds remaining right here on Fidelity Local 6.
Whether you're an elite gamer, a social media rock star, or a grandparent who wants to stay in touch with the grandkids, Fidelity is here to keep you connected. Getting premium high-speed internet from Fidelity means you get the bandwidth you're looking for and exceptional customer service from a local company that understands your needs, all at a great price. Check out our new pricing and speed packages today. Visit us online at fidelitycommunications.com to learn more.
Panthers hanging on to a 43-37 6-point lead. Reg, and I tell you what, this one is a nail-biter with 22 seconds remaining.
It really is. Well, I got to give Sheridan credit. They're not giving up. Even
No.
though they're down by 6,
No.
they're going to claw until the last second.
You know,
That's
and
the mark of a good team and a good coach team.
And it's showing. It is showing tonight. Both squads, very good play, both on both sides of the ball tonight from both squads. Here's full court pressure now being applied as Hilkert trying to get the ball in, and we have another whistle being blown, and there is a foul away from the ball.
That's on Hunter Thrillkill.
Fouls on number 25, Seth Alexander, his first.
Well, they're going to call it on Alexander. That's his first, and that's going to send Carson Cates. Now, Cates missed a pair of free throws about a minute or so ago. We'll see if Carson can redeem himself. Here's the free throw shot by Carson. There's the English on it. You can see the spin. It's up to a 7-point margin.
That's a good strategy by Sheridan's coach. He's putting those guys in 2 foul.
Yes, he is.
So the starters will stay in the game.
Here's the rebound coming down to Cacciatore. He'll take it all the way, and he'll put one up off the glass and scores. Again, here's the pressure. Of course, there is Sawyer Oates that's going to be fouled, and that foul is going to go against Mike Evans. That's his third. We're down to 8 seconds remaining here in regulation. 44-39. All Sawyer's got to do is put it away with a couple of free throws.
All that's got to happen.
And he hits the front of the rim. Here's Caffrey back on the floor for the Panthers. 44-39 our score. And Sawyer misses both free throws, and here's a quick shot that's put up and good. Jarris Adams makes it a 2-point margin, as we'll have a quick timeout being called by Sheridan, and we'll take a quick timeout. You're watching Benton Panthers basketball. Don't go anywhere on Fidelity Local 6.
Did you see that game? They came back to win. They've been on a run. They're going to state. At Fidelity Local 6, we love local sports. Get game DVDs or seasons on flash drive. Just go to fidelitylocal6.com, select your region, and find the Purchase a Season tab. If you can't find what you're looking for, hit us up on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll search our archives. As always, thanks for watching.
44-42 our score. A second left on the clock, and Reg, I tell you what, this one here has been a nail biter. We said it was going to be a barn burner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you can tell both these teams know each other, and they know what to do with each other, and they knew what to expect in this game. And man, Sheridan really came back and really taking it to the Panthers right now.
But you know, one of the things we were talking about at one point is it's February, getting ready, tournament time. You got to sink free throws.
You got to hit them.
You got to hit your free throws. But I tell you what, if they can hold on here, they'll be more than happy to get out of here with that win. It appears Mike Evans, number 11, is trying to get Sawyer Oates to commit, and Sawyer's not going for it. As Ethan Hilkert will inbound. And that's it. Could have been disastrous, but it ended 44-42, the final score, as the Panthers come out with a 2-point victory. Reg, wrap it up tonight.
Good game by both teams. I was sad to see Benton miss so many free throws down the stretch, but man, no quit in this Sheridan team. They really clawed back in this game and made it interesting for all of us. The fans, the coaches, the referees, everyone.
Final score 44-42 it is. The Panthers taking their conference record down to 5-4, and they'll be back again at it this coming final week of we've got a couple more weeks of the season, but I know this win tonight, Coach Hendricks is very excited about getting this win because it came down at the end to a nail biter. And the final score again, 44-42. The Panthers come out victorious. I'm James Smith for Reggie Heyman. You've been watching Benton Panthers basketball on Fidelity Local 6. So long, everybody.